Your business will continue to stay and feel stuck before you answer these 3 questions. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully this video is going to be helpful for you. If you're feeling a little bit stuck in business, things aren't moving the way you want it to move. Minimally edited video and just an iPad in front of me with a few notes that I'm going to go through. So the reason why I have the mindset for business growth in the business growth space is because it is, in my personal opinion, that you know what to do. You have the strategic steps, the tactics all set out in front of you. You might have a business coach, you might have a strategy plan, you know what to do, you've made sales before, you know how to do content, all of that stuff. But you're not necessarily doing all of it or doing it to a good enough standard. There are likely things that you know that you could be doing, should be doing, want to be doing that will take you to the next level, but you're not doing it and you don't know why. It's incredibly frustrating. It's not actually very much enjoyable or exciting process to build your business, and you're starting to notice that. It's actually impacting your business from growing. It's stopping you from making the money that you think you should be making. So in this video, I'm going to be going through why this is happening and how to fix it, and giving you, on this video, the 3 questions that you need to reflect on and answer. The answers to those questions are going to give you the feedback that you need to make relevant changes. So I have been there multiple times where, as is every business, has its ups and downs, right? It can sometimes be really, really good. It can sometimes be low. Sales are coming through. Sales feel quiet. It's the nature of business. But the frustrating part about this is, like, I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the things. I'm still posting content like I used to when sales were coming through. I'm still messaging people. I'm still delivering a great service. I'm trying out different types of content. I'm trying out loads of different marketing things. I'm doing what my business coach or business mentor is telling me to do, but nothing is feeling very good right now. Things are feeling a bit stuck and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Also, you feel like you are maybe trying to wake up earlier, trying to go to bed later. You're trying to be more productive. You're trying to make more longer, bigger, more, drastic to-do lists to get things ticked off, but still, things are still feeling a little bit stuck. You're also potentially procrastinating. I think it's a really, really interesting point that I see with business owners that I work with, is that they, again, know what they're potentially doing. They're still ticking the boxes, but they could be doing bigger, better, exciting things, new ideas to execute on, different types of content that are maybe opinionated, they're going to be up for debate, but they're putting those things off. So why is it and how is it that you know what to do? And if you didn't know what to do, you could ask someone, ask ChatGPT, Google the next best marketing strategy. You have the time to actually do it. Why aren't things moving forward? If it was more strategy and more time and more productivity, wouldn't you be moving further forward? And again, this is where my message comes into play. So what I want you to understand is almost like a little phrase or a sentence here. And this is going to be the key that holds the answers for you here. The energy and perspective that you go into your business actions with matter so much more than the actual actions themselves. What I want you to understand is that our subconscious brain, which completely dictates your life, basically, it dictates your behaviors, it dictates your actions, it dictates how you see things, it dictates how you feel, all based on what you believe to be true, all based on your deep-rooted fears that, FYI, everyone has as human beings. It completely impacts everything, impacts the lens that you see life through. That's really, really important to remember. Excuse the voice break. Minimally edited. That's really important to remember. What I also want you to think about is that your subconscious mind as a human being has one job, and it is to keep you safe, is to keep you out of danger. So every single time you go into growth mode with business, which for you is probably most days, you're trying to make more sales, every single month needs to be hitting the next income limit, you want to execute on new things that you've never done before. Every single time you step into that unknown, your subconscious flares up and is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are we doing here? This is not familiar. This is not a known space. We've never done these things before. What if that bit of content flops and we get judged? What if that event or thing that you want to do doesn't work out and no one signs up? We'll be judged. What about if we actually get so successful, we're going to get burnt out, we're going to get stressed, we're going to get overwhelmed? That doesn't feel very safe to us. So without you even knowing it, your subconscious has attached danger to growth. That's why you're still staying stuck. How? Every single time you go to do something, your subconscious flares up and gets you to procrastinate, gets you to retreat. Because I guarantee there are things that, again, that you know that you could be doing. You've got ideas that you could execute on, which could be a huge game changer for your business, but you're retreating back into safety. So you put it off, You pretend you're busy, you tell yourself that you've got other priorities and you don't actually execute on it. So you retreat back into your safety net. Nothing actually works. And here's how it works in almost like a 5-step process. I've just got it in front of me here if you keep seeing me look down. You try to do something different. Again, I'll keep repeating myself. Launch the idea, execute on the event that you want to do, the new products, the new service, the new type of content. You try to do something. That fear, you're part of your subconscious brain that has a deep-rooted fear of judgment and failure, etc., recognizes that you're doing something new and is like, I don't really want to do this. This feels dangerous to me. I want to survive. Please come back to safety. So then you procrastinate. You don't do the thing. You put it off till next week. You hibernate. You snooze your alarm. You stop working on yourself because it might get you to a point of failing. Then you don't see any growth because you're not taking the action on the things that you said you was going to do. Then you repeat. And your self-trust, your self-confidence starts to diminish because you're going against your own word. No amount of strategy changes are going to help this. No amount of content or marketing help or even advertisement is going to help this. No amount of routine changes in your personal lifestyle routines, morning, evening, etc., and weekends is going to change this. Ultimately, this comes down to a deep-rooted fear of failure. This comes down to a deep-rooted doubt that you have about the potential success of business going forward. Because if you truly trusted yourself to execute, you truly trusted yourself to bounce back from failure, be okay if you got judged, not make the money. If you truly trusted yourself to be okay, you'd execute. You wouldn't hold off anymore. So again, I'm really doubling this down. Nothing to do with your strategy, nothing to do with your routine. It's a you problem. Now take that with empowerment, that you actually now get to take ownership of this. You actually get to make relevant changes. And the reason why things are feeling a little bit up and down, or maybe a little bit stuck right now, it's you. It's what you believe about yourself. It's those deep-rooted fears that are causing you to retreat and go into safety. So what's the fix? Well, ultimately, if I was to boil it down into one sentence, from a subconscious level and in your body level, and it doesn't make too much sense, but it will in a second, we need you to ultimately feel safe with growing. We need your subconscious mind to believe that growth is fine, that you can handle any more workload, you can handle judgment, you can handle the no's on the sales call, you can handle the offer not going the way you want it to. We need to make your subconscious basically not afraid to move forward. So how do we do that? Well, of course, what I do for my clients on a one-to-one level that I can't do right now with a YouTube video is to dive into the subconscious, do subconscious rewiring, neuro-linguistic programming techniques, deep visualizations, all this kind of stuff. But we can get you started with 3 questions, which is the whole purpose of this video. So I want you to grab a pen and paper, pause this video, grab a pen and paper, answer these questions now or make a note of them to journal and reflect on later. And I want you to really, really think about it. And I've got them written down in front of me here. So the first question, what reasons do you have to not fear this next move so much? So ultimately, what you're doing in this moment is you're bringing in evidence to your conscious awareness as to why do I not need to fear this so much? Again, that in-person event you want to do for your clients, that new business venture or exciting product or offer, that new type of content, maybe a YouTube channel, who knows? Answer the question, why do you not need to fear it so much? That's not a question we're asking ourselves in normal circumstances, right? Our fear makes us worry, it makes us problem solve, it makes us hot on it, and we need to stay vigilant. You're not ever asking yourself, actually, why do I not need to fear this so much? But the answers to that are going to be really, really good for your perspective, confidence, and belief that, look, you don't need to fear this so much. Just move. That's the first question. What reasons do you have to not fear this next move, whatever that is, so much? That's the first question. The second question here, what pieces of evidence do you have that suggest you should trust yourself to make this next thing a success? So what we're doing in this moment is we're thinking back into our past. Could be in recent years, could be in the last month, it could be in the last 10 years, who knows? We're thinking about all the different pieces of evidence, problems and challenges that we've overcome as an individual that shows we've got trust and strength as a person. Things that we previously doubted that we actually achieved and were successful that again show we can trust ourselves to make this next thing a success. What we're doing, again, similar to the first question, we're bringing in pieces of awareness and pieces of evidence into our conscious awareness that, look, we should really trust ourselves. And the more evidence we're pulling in, our belief and trust is just going to raise and raise and raise, and our fear and doubt are going to drop. That's the whole process here. And the third thing, very, very similar to the last question, but we're just angling it slightly different. What historic things have you achieved that prove you can achieve the new thing in the unknown? So what I want you to do with this question is really, really think okay, what things have happened to me that were a little bit of a curveball, that I didn't expect to come, that I didn't plan for, that were challenges, problems that I had to face and that I encountered, which actually worked out absolutely fine, that you faced and overcame that hurdle without any stress. The more evidence and almost like real life historic examples that we can think about, and we consistently answer these questions every single day over the next week or so, we're just going to create this massive perspective picture in our head of, oh my God, look at all these things I've overcome. Look at all these reasons why I should trust myself. Look at all these reasons as to why I don't need to fear this next move so much. If you can rehearse this, consistently starting to rewire your subconscious mind, you're going to feel that fear drop and the confidence and trust raise. Then you need to just act. That's the missing piece of the puzzle. But once you answer these 3 questions, you're going to, and by the way, do this every day, we're bringing more stuff into our awareness, and we're going to start to feel the difference in our confidence, our trust, and our optimism for the future. Get you out of your procrastination, because that's the only thing that's holding you back. So hopefully this has been helpful. Again, hopefully you got those questions written down, answer them on the daily, turn it into a little bit of a mindful practice in the morning or the evening, really start to rehearse this. And then the missing piece of the puzzle, aligned action with your intentions. Get clear on that next move. I hope this has been helpful. If you feel like this has been useful and you're more interested in diving deeper in your subconscious mind, if you're wanting to know how belief recoding, which is what I do as a process for my one-to-one business clients, can actually help you push to the next level, make more money, feel better about business, then in the description of this video, there is a link to a free training, I think it's about 19 minutes long, that goes deep into belief recoding and how to shift your subconscious minds to really hit the 2.0 version of you who is executing on all the ideas and manifesting better results in business. So click the link, watch that training, see what you think. It might open up more options for you. So I'd love for you to do that. Regardless though, hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to subscribe for more videos and content on mindset of a business. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Appreciate it.